I am Akash Kumar, contesting for the post of Vice President for the panel ASA-BSF-DSU-SFI. I come from a village in Bihar. I grew up in Bihar I grew up in a time when Mandal agitation was going on. And the reason I am here today in the University of Hyderabad is also because of the policies that were implemented through Mandal agitation. I've seen a lot of things change in Bihar when it comes to politics or the education system because of Mandal agitation, because of reservation system. When I came to the university, I realized that reservation is something that is being attacked from everywhere. And the education of minority students, education of Dalit Bahujans is being attacked a lot.
Yes.
So I wanted to make sure that I have always wanted to be involved in the struggle against such attacks. I always wanted to be involved in the struggle to make sure that education is accessible to us all. Today, if I'm contesting for this post, I'm contesting under this panel. That is because I have this faith that our panel will make sure that such struggles continue, that we continue to make sure that education is always accessible to all, especially our Dalit Bahujan and minority people.
ASA and SFI panel, which was leading from last 5 years, particularly, can you share what are the achievements in the last academic session this student union has achieved?
Okay, so there have been a lot of achievements that we've done. We were not able to bring those to students because the admin didn't allow us to do the UGBM, but some of them I will just tell you right now. We have ensured that Wi-Fi services are available in all the public spaces in this campus, which was a huge problem earlier, because anyways in this campus connectivity is an issue. So we made sure, and currently all the public places in this university have Wi-Fis which are properly functioning, and that is only the half of the rollout. After this, Wi-Fi system in the hostels will also be improved. The previous union already ensured that the bandwidth will be increased. So the Wi-Fi in the hostels will also be better now in few months. And in messes, we have made a lot of interventions. So several times we have gotten food inspectors to check the quality of the food. We have tried to change the system in the mess through which a ration is purchased. As of now, we have changed to a different system where it is more promising. It might ensure that there is less corruption and better quality food is available. We have ensured that 2 new rotating machines will be coming soon, and already 25 new workers have been recruited who will be assigned to different messes, so that with more manpower there will be better services and quicker provision of food. So this is regarding the messes. In hostels, we have already started the renovation work, because ABCD, these north hostels are very old. So we've already started the innovation work, which is currently going on, which will once we come into the union, we'll make sure that process is also fast tracked, and those renovation works are done soon. Apart from this, we have, I don't know if you remember, this last academic session during master admissions, there were 45 students whose admissions the admin decided to arbitrarily revoke.
Yes.
Because of some basic certificates that they were missing.
Yes.
Our union intervened and made sure that those admissions, not a single one of those admissions was actually withdrawn. We talked to our previous General Secretary and Vice President, individually sat down with everyone who was affected for a very long meeting, talked to everyone, tried to figure out what the issues were, and told the admin that this can't happen. The 45 admissions are a huge deal. We can't just reject those admissions on the basis of some transfer or migration certificate which is slightly delayed because of some problem in their previous university.
Yes.
So we made sure that doesn't happen. Apart from that, TSEPA scholarship, our previous President and General Secretary personally went to the office of Government of Telangana and sat in the SC/ST cell, and there they held the government officials accountable, because every semester TSEPA scholarship gets delayed.
Yes.
Our previous government was doing the same, current government, the new government is also doing the same thing, and TSEPA scholarship is very crucial to the marginalized students in this campus. They rely on it to pay their mess dues, their semester registration fees, and if it keeps getting delayed every time, then it's a lot of trouble for them to continue their semesters.
Yes.
So our representatives last year went there and talked to them. And apart from that, also every year for the past 5 years, we've been making sure that the admin, whenever those fellowships are delayed, the admin sort of accommodates that delay in order to make sure that the students are still able to do their semester registrations. Every semester we have to sit down with the admin and make sure that happens. And we have also, so another 7 PhD students were going to have their admission cancelled. The admin was cancelling their admissions. There also we intervened and made sure that that didn't happen. So various times when it comes to securing admissions and securing fellowships on day-to-day basis, we have made a lot of interventions, and there are a lot of students who have benefited by the interventions of the union. We brought in 2 new buses because our campus is expanding into East and West campus. So we brought in 2 new buses so that the frequency of the buses can be more, and these places are connected well. We have also, last year, if you remember, two transgender students' clothes were burned in the hostel. After that, we had a huge protest about it, and we made sure that something that had been long pending, transgender policy, we made sure that the admin works on a transgender policy and makes it part of the upcoming prospectus. Because when it comes to transgender students, the university does not really pay attention to them and their needs. We have also made sure that various transgender students who have come to this campus are allotted proper rooms allotted individual rooms where they can pursue, where they can live while they're pursuing their education safely and securely. We've also the new construction of new hostels has also started, which is already well underway. Two new hostels, 2 new ladies hostels are coming up, and several hostels are also coming up. Several men's hostels are also coming up near the SN School building. Those are mostly because now that the campus has expanded into East Campus, the SN School students and management and maths and stats students, they will be having trouble. New students who come, they will be having trouble commuting from North and South Campus. So they'll be given accommodations in those hostels on a priority basis. So just to facilitate their academic journey here. We've also made sure that the library is open 24/7, because earlier it used to close at 10 or 11, but we've made sure that it is open 24/7 because it allows a nice space for students to read in the night also. There are also many other achievements we have made. I can't list all of them right now, but we have all released the posters. People have already received them. I'm pretty sure the student community knows very well how much our union has achieved in the past year.
Like, what are the administrative issues like you get from the admin, or maybe the funding agencies like government, UGC, or maybe administration, which causes problems to fulfill the needs of the students?
So most of the problems that are happening in this university right now is because of the obtuseness of administration itself. We have every problem that has come up to us, we have represented to the admin. We have brought so many grievances to them. We have tried to bring in so many changes and improvements in the university, but the admin is impervious to them, because also there have been so many fund cuts from the central government itself. Because of the almost more than half of the funds that are designated to education have been cut. Because of that, universities are not getting proper fund. They are digging into their corpus funds, and corpus fund is something that is reserved for emergencies, that is not supposed to be used for day-to-day amenities. Yes. But the admin has been digging into those to provide the services. We have only forced them to provide those services despite the fund cuts. So currently the admin, yes, they are very currently everyone knows the current chief warden, who is absolutely indifferent to any student grievances, who is absolutely indifferent to any legitimate concern that students have, who will not even allow a simple thing as a hostel reallocation, who will not allow you to fix, who will not listen to you when you ask him to fix so many problems in the hostels. Despite that, we have managed to get the renovation work started. Despite that, we have managed to secure hostels for so many students and get their problems in the hostel solved. But yeah, admin has currently been causing a lot of problems, and in the upcoming union, we will have to put up a stronger opposition to the admin and be more assertive, and be even more assertive when it comes to putting our demands.
What are the things that if you get elected again, this your panel, what are the things which you are mainly focusing to achieve in the next cycle?
Okay. So previous union had installed these washing machines in the North LH. That was on a pilot basis. It has been a very successful intervention. So we'll make sure that those washing machines are also available across the campus in all the other hostels, because it's a very crucial service that will help students a lot. That is one thing. Apart from that, we will also, canteens. Currently, a lot of the canteens in the campus are not open. Even the ones that opened are not really functioning consistently. Food quality is also not really good, and that all is happening because fund cuts that are happening from above. That is because of that, the admin is doing a lot of corruption when it comes to tendering canteens. So the process of tendering canteens right now is a very problematic process. We will, in our upcoming tenure, will deal with the admin to make sure that that process in particular is changed. That will make sure that student unions and student bodies are able to weigh in when it comes to giving the tenders to canteens. So that will make sure that good quality canteens which will function properly and provide good quality food will also be there. We'll also make sure that union we'll also make sure that we as a union also pay continuous regular visits to these canteens to make sure that the food quality is good and the prices are in the menu are regularized. Internships have become a credit requirement in all the programs in the campus. So, but the internship cell is still not adjusted to that development. We'll make sure that we work out a proper mechanism with the internship cell so that they can provide internships to all the students. And also currently there have been a lot of problems when it comes to availing the credits. Students have done internships, they finished everything, but because the system is not in place, some bureaucratic stuff is interfering with them, interfering in their, interfering and not allowing them to avail those credits. So we'll make sure that that mechanism is instituted throughout this next year. We'll work with the internship cell and institute that mechanism so that these problems go away. And placement cell has also not been very responsive lately. We'll make sure that placement cell also becomes more active and brings in more better placement opportunities for our students. We'll also make sure, as we have been doing in the past, that the reservation system is not violated time and again. We'll make sure that there's no discrimination still happening. We'll file RTIs and find out the data and make sure that reservation seats are being fulfilled, admission is being fulfilled properly, and the admin repeatedly causes a lot of lapses when it comes to DAG grant or non-net fellowship and TSC pass also. So we'll make sure that these lapses are streamlined. And we'll make sure that we are there whenever these lapses happen to help out the students figure out the process and make sure that they're getting their fellowships. In the past, the admin has tried to bring down the number of students they provide DAG to. We intervened earlier to make sure that doesn't happen. We'll continue to do so, and we'll try to also increase the amounts and the fellowship grants they're getting. Also, there are various redressal bodies in our university which are supposed to take care of grievances, SC/ST cell and various others, but they are not really functioning properly because people have been assigned to those bodies who are not really active, who don't really respond to those needs of the students. We'll make sure that those appointments happen properly. We'll make sure that these bodies are more active and actually redress the problems of the students, because lately various parties in this campus have been causing a lot of violence also, have been really disrupting the academic environment of this campus. To make sure, and that has been putting at vulnerability students from marginalized backgrounds more than anyone else. Our students have witnessed what all happened last year. We'll make sure that these redressal bodies are there to address these grievances, and of course the union will always be there to help students out with these problems.
Why particularly your panel deserve to be elected again?
So this time we put up a very broad panel. We have Dalit, Bahujan and Muslim leaders across our panel. And a lot of panels in this election campaign have come and talked about, used the buzzwords of progressive Ambedkarite politics and claimed a lot of things. But when you look at the panel, you can see how much they actually represent and how much social justice they actually care about. But we have made sure that that representation is there. We have made sure that our leaders come from backgrounds because of which they will be able to ensure that they are able to work for students across the student body. And we are also comprising of autonomous student organizations. We do not have any allegiance to powerful parties outside who can influence the way we practice politics in this campus. If problems arise in this campus, we will address them in the context of this campus itself. No policies coming from our central government or state governments will influence what we practice in this university. We are only focusing on the localized politics of the needs of this student community. So nothing else apart from the needs and the demands of our students influences our politics. That is why I think our panel has been, these organizations have been successful in running the union for past several years, and I think we'll continue to do so even now.